Hello there, everybody, boys and girls. We are out now, me and Dustin, on a mushroom hunt. This is our third mushroom hunt of the season. Okay, guys, so I apparently did not follow my advice. I walked right by these. This is a huge one. Look at that, big one. And then there's one right on top of it. And then that one. Clean up nicely. Dustin, what are some tips that you would give people? Beautiful day outside. Say the temperature right now is probably 50 degrees, sunshine, not a single cloud on the sky.
My car still says it's 35.
Well, okay. Yeah, maybe I got a little overly optimistic there. Just before we got out today, got some fresh farm eggs and sausage in our bellies. We should be good to go. We are on our way now, and I want to show you guys a little bit of Indiana farm country. I've lived in Indiana for 13 years and absolutely love the fields and farms of the Hoosier state. On our previous trips, Dustin and I would have a few banters about our wives, marriage life, the kids, normal stuffs. But this time, with the camera rolling, we somehow got into a very deep discussion about the meaning of life and what it means to live a life of purpose. It must have been the camera effect. Just listen to the words.
How are you supposed to love your neighbors yourself when all you're doing is caring about yourself, like only worried about yourself?
Yeah, it's true.
You don't know what your neighbor needs.
It's true.
And it does, and like being a real neighbor, it is uncomfortable. Like you got to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself out there.
Yep, we were definitely philosophizing. I'll save you guys the troubles here and skip ahead to the next part, because I am sure you are here for the Morels and not two rednecks bantering about life. After 20 minutes of soul-searching conversation, we arrive at our destination. Let the hunt begin. Okay, guys. One thing that has worked out really well for me when mushroom hunting is to just follow deer trails inside of the woods. And as you can see here, there's a deer trail going across. You can see some footing there. Yeah, I believe that it's a deer walking by here. So you see that there's clearly a path of disturbed soil, and the Morchella Punctipes, they certainly like to grow along the edge of these trails. I must say that it is one beautiful day out in the wood. Just hear the calmness of the morning. Birds are chirping here and there. And yesterday it rained most of the day, so now we have this fresh scent of leaves and the smell that comes up of the forest floor is fresh, earthy, kind of a little herbal as well, if I can describe it that way. Just beautiful. Well guys, we found our first mushroom of today. A nice yellow mushroom. It looks kind of pale. Maybe it was the rain that we got the past couple of days. But good find. Dustin, he always finds the first mushroom of the day.
And today the second one. Turn around.
Oh wow. I don't know how you saw that one, but there it is. Well done. Yeah, I always tend to move to places way too quick. Don't have the good eyes that Dustin does. Good find, Dustin. Well done. We come up on our third mushroom of the day, and let me just show you guys a few identifications of the area that we are in. This mushroom is right underneath a sweet gum that is not doing so well. Yeah, I think it's a sweet gum, yeah, Dustin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sweet gum that's covered up by vines, and a lot of the trees that we see around here are the same, covered up by vines. Let me just show you guys what the areas around us look like. Yeah, it's a mix of pines and sweet gums. Fairly open areas with the tall trees mixing in with the shorter bushes and briars. Good amount of decaying materials, and feel like for sure we have wandered this area quite a few times this year. The deers also seem to like it. There's deer trails crisscrossing the area. There you have it. How you identify sweet gum? The easiest thing is by looking at these bulbous, round, spiky fruits or seed, if you will, that hang all over the tree. By this time in the spring, then these seeds would dry out, and yeah, if you look up at these trees, for example, let me see here, I can find some. We are standing in the middle of them, but yeah, you see them hanging all over the branches. I can't seem to find an example right now, but that's one key identifier. And then you can also identify them through the way these things grow. They have what I would consider very fine, hairy type of branches that pointed up. The sweet gums have a multitude of small, hairy branches, and if you find the round, bulbous thingy seed that grow on them, then surely they are the ones. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not find another morel, but I sure found us a nice one single deer poop. Here it is. Well guys, lucky there. Found myself another, this time large pile of deer poops. Well done. Look at what Dustin has found. It is a massive Morchella Punctipes. Unbelievable. It's very huge, tender, and I would say that this is about as mature as this mushroom is gonna get, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, my first morel find of the day. Woohoo! I could have sworn to you guys that I walked through this area and I smelled something like mushroom. I thought I was imagining, but then I came up against this beauty over here. And then, if you just bear with me for a second, we'll see one right here, and there's one right above that right there. Let's see if you can find it. See it? Right here. Oh, gorgeous. And these I find underneath a tulip poplar tree. So here's the tree. Here it is, tulip poplar. Yeah, we're surrounded by sweet gums, but there's a few tulip poplars around, and also a few sycamore around. I'm gonna continue to look. Another place where I have had very good luck finding mushroom is in partial shade area, where you have several big trees forming kind of a circle around an area, and then in the middle of it there are these smaller bushes that provide a small dome-like canopy that cover up that center. And I want to show you guys here how it works. See this small trees here that comes out, and then there's another small tree there, and then right in front of us that cover up this area. Then we're flanked by this big tree here, and then several bigger trees over there, and in the middle we have this shady Morel shelter area. And just like I said, as I walk in here, I saw one mushroom right there. Yep. And usually when there's one, there are more. So keep looking. Take your time. Keep looking. Talking about keep looking here, just as I was ready to step over to get that bigger one, then I almost step on this cutie over here. So just once again, the lesson is, if you find one, then keep looking. Be careful where you step, because you might as well walk too fast and step on one of the mushroom brothers and sisters that's lying around. Here's the base of the sweet gum, where I have found a few more yellow morels. And just as I told you guys how be careful and look, I almost stepped over this beauty here. This was half covered in a mound of leaves, and yep, I almost stepped over it. So can't stretch it enough. When you look for morels, just take your time, and once you find one, then spend a good amount of time looking around. You will find some more. Another great telltale signs for morels, the presence of morels, are May apples. And usually when you find tree species that match the type of trees that you likely find morels, and then you find May apples close by, then I really recommend you guys start looking around that area. Here we see a few sweet gum there, and then we have a patch of May apples over here. Then we have more sweet gums over here, and a kind of a shady area. So yeah, these are the signs that you are close, and really look then. And yep, you probably will. I mean, morels are still hard to find, right? But these are the things that you want to look for, and once you see them, then you're close and start looking. One more tip that I find very useful is to approach the same spot from different direction. Earlier on, I was at that end next to that tree over there filming this little dome shady structure, and now I'm at the other end of it. I'm at let me think here, the west end of it. So yeah, when you approach the place from different angle, then you might find mushrooms that you cannot see from your previous vantage point. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have an interview with the man of the hour here, Mr. Dustin Land. He just found a giant yellow morel. This is my finger here, and I mean, if you can look, yep, it is big. So let's ask Dustin a few questions. Dustin, what are some tips that you would give people when they go out looking for morels?
Just finding the trees at first, and then once you find the trees that they're around, just keep searching those certain trees. I've also been doing a lot of research, just trying to figure out where are they growing around in our area, and the top 3 trees were Tulip, Poplar, Elm, and surprisingly, sweet gum was not on the list, but I added that one to my list because of what we've been finding. And just been searching, just hopping from tree to tree. And this one was actually a surprise. I mean, we actually are pretty close to a sweet gum. And Jack said, next time you find a mushroom, I'll do an interview. And in the middle of his sentence, I was like, well, I found one.
A big one too, huh?
Yeah, and then on the way over, we found a couple more.
There's one over here. And then there is one over there. There. Yep. These grow around a kind of a pretty tiny sweet gum tree that is next to a big sweet gum with some decaying material here, branches or maybe a tree has fallen over. Okay guys, so I apparently did not follow my advice. I walked right by these. This is a huge one. Look at that. Big one. And then there's one right on top of it. And then I'm gonna give Dustin a little bit of time here, but look at this. Look at that one. And that one up there. Okay, so yeah, once again, just catch the idea that look hard and keep looking. Also, I find that it's really good to go mushroom hunting with more than one person, because you're likely to...
Hey, I almost set on one.
One pair of eyes. One pair of eyes are definitely not as effective as 2.
That's even bigger than I thought it was.
Yes, beautiful one. This area has really given us good harvest this year. Want to get that one there?
Yep.
Want to show people? Hey, can you get that one?
Yeah, I almost set on one, so I'll be.
You don't mind showing it to the camera here? There it is. Beautiful thing. Guys, this is what we call a Morchella Punctipes, or in the Midwest, people call them by the name pikehead, dog pikers. Yeah, I personally, being a little bit of a nerd myself, like to call them with their scientific name, Morchella Punctipes. This one here grows by the side of a deer trail and looks like a nice and fresh one. This season in 2020, we've been finding a gobload of these, probably some 60 to 80 of these Morchella Punctipes. Very tasty when you egg, flour, and deep fry them. Excellent. I did not find morels, but I found us a bird nest that has been blown off of a tree into the ground here. Look at that. What a beautiful thing. Nature has so many architects that us human can only hope to gain inspiration from. Look at how beautiful that is. Very intricately built. Just out of wicks and sticks and grasses. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, found it on this deer trail here. What a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Focus.
Guys, I want to show you this really cool tulip poplar tree that has grown like a fork. Look at that. Unbelievable. This is also where we found a couple mushrooms, as I decided to stop and dig for some wild onions. Look here. Would never have found those mushrooms if I didn't dig up these things. I'm gonna now clean them up, eat a little bit, and yeah, take a bit of a break because my focus is definitely waning. I just found this yellow morel underneath the sweet gum, and there's something that I haven't talked about in this video to you guys, is about the soil, the moisture of the soil. In the area where we found mushroom, the soil has a lot of give. It's very soft, very moist. There's a lot of decaying materials, and yeah, just to give you an example of the kind of give that I'm talking about. So I have a walking stick here, and yep, let's just give you some idea of the kind of, not sure if that'll give you an idea or not, but yeah, when you push into it, if you are standing, you push down your stick and the ground, and your stick would go into the ground by, I say, anywhere between 3 or 4, yeah, 3 to 5 inches. I think that's a good indicator that there's enough moisture in the ground for these mushrooms to grow. We've come from areas that has good moisture to an area just right next to it where the ground is a lot drier, and typically we notice a big difference where the drier ground simply does not produce any mushroom, whereas the patch of ground that's moist and more spongy next to it, then it produces sometimes an abundance. Gotta say that I have a love for these wild onions. They sure add a dose of energy to you when you dig them up and eat the roots. Yeah, quite tasty. And so I'm gonna dig one up and eat one right now. Part of the joy of being out here in the woods is that sometimes I not exactly that focused on looking for mushroom, and in those moments of distractions, and I spend time doing other silly things like looking for not looking for, but stumbling on wild onions and bird nest. Well, look at there, got ourselves a good one. I'm gonna clean that up, make for a tasty snack in a wood. Here you go, got my nice wild onion cleaned up nicely, and I'm not joking, this thing makes for one heck of a snack. Tasty. There you have it. For our viewers' viewing pleasure, I want to show you guys this beautiful color of the spring here. This tree, whatever it is, has a nice bright orange shade. It may be a maple tree, I don't know. Anyway, beautiful. Hey guys, here's an example of something you should not eat. Don't know what they are, but don't eat them. There's another one here. And then along this tree, another one down there. Yep, don't eat those. So I want to make a few comments about the process of looking for mushroom. It is, yeah, sometimes you walk through some really thorns and thistles to get to where you want to go. And it's like where Dustin is right now. He's in a middle of a bunch of thorn bushes. We're not too far from the road. You can see there's a car passing by here pretty soon. And yeah, that's just how it goes. We've been out here for a good 4 hours, would you say, Dustin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like 5, yeah. 5 hours.
Yeah. And I'll show you the load that we find in a bit, but we're gonna continue walking. I think Dustin is really demonstrating the point of walking through thorns and thistles. Illustrating my point here.
Go where the mushroom.
And just like that, our great hunt came to an end. Now it is time to go home and begin some cooking. Hi guys, I'm back at my house now, sitting in my backyard. I have all the cooking set up for the feast that we're gonna enjoy here, because no mushroom hunting can complete without a great catch and cook at the end. I have here with me the setup, and I'll show you. So I have my cooking pot here that came from Vietnam. This is a charcoal cooker, if you will. That I have a funny story behind this one, but I'll tell you some other time. And then I have a bundle of my kindlings, which I have very gratefully gathered from my backyard. These are branches that fallen off from the previous storms that we have had. Got a little how would you sing this, fire starter here, and of course this thing. Alright, so let's start the fire. And the way that now that we got our fire and stove ready, I want to show you guys what I got prepared for you guys today. First off, got us some lamb chops. Now I've seasoned these very simply with salt and pepper and thyme, which is something that I learned from the great chef Gordon Ramsay. I've previously gone out to the garden and got these thyme. They're ready. Yeah, salt, pepper, and then of course the main the main dish of tonight dinner. These beautiful morels that we just gone out to the woods and collected. Now the way that I prepared these morels were now I really didn't do much with them. I kind of eyeballed them to see which of these have bugs or too much dirt on them. Give them through for a quick rinse, but most of these look pretty good and fresh, and so I pretty much just leave them as is. Now I know that a lot of gray shroomers tell you that they would soak these overnight or maybe for an hour in salt water. I've tried that in the past, and what I found is that doing so makes the mushroom very soggy and make them lose a lot of the unique flavors. So yeah, I've opted not to do it that way. By doing this though, you'll find that you will be eating a little bit of dry leaf sometimes. Most of them in powder form, but it doesn't hurt. Now that I have my cast iron pan nice and hot, I'm going to slather up some olive oil on there and give it some you know what, I'm running out of everything here. Put on all on there, and yep, shall we put the mushroom on top? And normally I would put some butter in here too, but the butter is also gone. Thus, we're just gonna make do with the olive oil, salt and pepper this time. The mushrooms are about done. Want to cook them for about 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm gonna start getting them out of the pan here. Start that one there. Man, they smell good. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be tasty. I am hungry. So all that walking. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Oh yeah, looking beautiful. Meanwhile, I'll throw our, whoop, well, that's not good. Okay, never mind. Not gonna hurt. All the bacteria from that little fur there will be cooked. And then of course we have our lovely thyme. I'm gonna throw in here. My lamb has been cooking on that side for about 3-4 minutes. It's time to check them. Okay, well, that's... Yep, for sure it's time to turn them. Glad I checked. Hey guys, we're back in the house now. The food is ready. lamb has been resting there for about 5 minutes. I can't wait to try these. Here they are. Oh man, I got some leftover rice from yesterday that I heat up with microwave. The mushroom is there. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna try these. Oh my. The lamb has been just marinating in there with the mushroom flavor, because I fry the mushroom first and then the lamb later. So the lamb is permeated with some of that mushroom taste. It's delicious. Yeah, and our beautiful mushroom here, the fruit of the day, labor. See what this tastes like. Oh wow. Wow. I'm telling you, there's nothing that tastes like a Morel. It has this great meaty, yeah, kind of like a dry aged beef, but very earthy flavor. So there you have it. I'm gonna enjoy my meal, finish this, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. And until next time, bye now.